Hi there! This is time to Beer Whisperer. You're drinking with the Beer Whisperer. Hey, this is from Abita, and it's Jockamo IPA. This is one I got from that mix pack I told you that I picked up. It was just about 3 days out of date, so when I got it over a week ago, so it's probably, I don't know, just shy of 2 weeks out of date. I drank the other. There was 2 of these IPAs in the mix pack. Hey, check out this mother's glass. Right there. Keith from Twilight Girl gave that to me yesterday. Kind of a nice little tasting glass, huh? Yeah, so I'm going to pour a little more in there. Alrighty. This is an interesting IPA. I gotta say, I had the other one the other day. I didn't want to do a video, just kind of wanted to relax and drink it. But I'm going to read a little bit from their website, then I'll tell you what I think about it. It's 6.5 and 52 IBUs. So, you know, the standard seems to be 6%, 60, 6.5, 60, 6.5, 65, or kind of that general area. Some are bigger, some are smaller. This one's a little bit lighter than the IBUs than you'd expect for 6.5. Abita Jockamo IPA is an American IPA brewed with pale red and caramel malts. Copper-colored ale is liberally hopped and dry hopped with a little bit of Columbus hops. Flavor is bold like Mardi Gras Indians who march through New Orleans in suits of feathers and beads. Okay, well, you know, I guess we don't need to go into all that nonsense, but again, this isn't much past date, so I've got to assume it's probably pretty close. I mean, it shouldn't change all that much. It's got a different aroma, and I'm not feeling it. I had this a while back, but it's been probably a year since I had it. It isn't a bad IPA, actually. It's for me, it isn't one of those upper echelon IPAs. But that's not to say it's certainly not bad. Nice color. You know, every beer nerd has certain profiles they look for, especially in an IPA. You know, almost every beer geek I talk to has specific hops that they really like. And when you find them in specific beers done the right way, those are the ones you kind of gravitate to. This one isn't that beer for me. Would I buy it again, though? Grade aside, would I buy it again? That's because that's really what's important, right? Will I look at that great big selection in my store and say this is the one I choose? Well, under specific circumstances, those being what money do I have available to me, you know, and how much it is. All those factors, you know, play a part in making a decision what beer to buy, and that's the truth. Can I have 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 a 6-pack, and what's it going for? Yeah, will I pay $9 a 6-pack for this? Probably not, because I know there's others that I can buy for that price or less I like better. Will I pay $7.99 a 6-pack? I don't know. Again, it would just have to depend. Would I pay $7? Absolutely. So I mean, it's just for me, it's that factor. Like I said, it's not that it's a bad IPA. It just doesn't have the flavors that I personally like in an IPA. This had this really odd skunky-esque aroma. So I don't know if this one. I like to give them the benefit of a doubt. The other beers I've got in this mix pack are fine. So I wouldn't think that it was exposed to sunlight or constant temperature change, which will make a beer do funky things. But this might be one of those beers that, you know, you can't even wait a week. You know, I mean, you really want within that specific 90 days is usually what they give it when they put it out. And there are those brews out there where you want that specific right in there. I wouldn't think a week to 2 weeks would make that much difference. and it's been over a year since I had it originally, so I don't really remember my original notes on it. I looked up that I kind of liked it, but I said something similar then too, which was it wasn't my absolute favorite, but it wasn't bad. Oh. Yeah, actually, now that I'm working more into it, I'm going to change my mind just slightly. It is the aroma that's kind of working against it for me. There's something there that I don't dig at all. But flavor-wise, it is fine. Again, there's certain hops that I like in an IPA that make it stand out. This one does not contain those, so it's not going to be that top IPA for me. But it is solid. It's certainly not a bad IPA, and there's probably folks out there that are going to disagree with me and say they absolutely love it, and I certainly could understand that. Again, there's just specific flavors that I like that I'm not getting from this. I'm trouble my nose itching today. Allergies have been brutal this year. When it was wacko in the spring, it's going to be crazy in the fall. I can feel it. Got serious pressure up behind here. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Oh. Oh. Our daughter came over for a couple hours today talking about baby stuff, so she's getting a little excited. I think her husband's finally starting to get in the program. He found a bargain on a stroller and a baby seats, or car seat rather. There we go. We're getting close. I was debating if I should finish this with you, but I think I'm going to, because I'm almost there. It's a nice little glass, and I do like this glass. I'm guessing, I know, it's probably a 10-ounce glass. Might be just an 8. It's a nice little glass, though. He had, they give. I guess he did a tasting a while back at his. He does a lot of food pairings, and I think he did a tasting a while back at his restaurant, the Twilight Grill here in Springfield, and they gave him a bunch of these glasses. He says he's just got a ton of them, so he gave them out to the few of us that were there. Excuse me, at the Growlers meeting yesterday. Those things are a lot of fun, and I encourage, if there's anybody that watches this that lives in the area, you really ought to go to these things, because you're going to find beers that you might not have been able to taste in the Southwest Missouri area. It's really nice. And it's always fun. Keith always prepares something. Most of the time, he usually has this kind of chicken dip he puts out that he serves in his restaurant that's really tasty. But this time, he wanted to try something different, so he did these pork belly sandwiches. Kind of little mini clubs with pork belly. And pork belly, cucumber, and a mayo infused with sweet chili sauce. That was just it was just beautiful, man. Just absolutely wonderful. And I never ate pork belly quite like that before, and I really dug it. I had an idea though to really turn it into more like a mini, more like a club to a second layer with bacon and tomato on top of it. And I think that'd be a great sandwich. It's something I'd certainly order in a restaurant if I saw it. It was phenomenal, but the way he served it was great too. I mean, that cucumber with that sweet chili and everything just kind of blended together so well. Then you had that little crunch of the cucumber. I mean, it was just oh wow. So good. And it worked great with all the brews that we had there yesterday. I brought 6 different. Gene brought 4 different brews. But Keith always lets you try some of stuff off of his tap if he's got something you haven't tried. So that was nice too. And I tried the Mother's Holy Moly, which was really nice. And another one he was trying to finish off. He had a keg of Kentucky breakfast stout he wants to get on. We'll have to find a way to come up with some money to go in there while he's got that on tap, because I really want to drink that on tap. That Kentucky breakfast stout is so good. Holy crap in a basket, man. But anyway, I lost track of what I was saying. But he was trying to finish off a keg of something, so he poured a pitcher of oh, what was it called? I think it was called Super India Pale Ale, and it was a collaboration of Alpine Brewing and New Belgium. And I've got to say, I'm on record as not being a real fan of New Belgium. All their stuff seems to have this flavor to me that I just don't like, and I can only imagine it's probably a yeast strain they're using. But everything I drink from them, especially Fat Tire, which I absolutely despise, uh, it has this aftertaste I just don't dig at all. But anyway, this IPA was phenomenal. I probably drank more of that than anything else yesterday because it would go back to that sandwich. It worked great with that sandwich. You know, worked great with the combination of the pork and the sweet chili, and then washing it down with that IPA was just beautiful. It was a fantastic IPA. And there we are. It's a nice little glass. Again, for me, it's not a top upper echelon IPA, but there's probably a few out there that are going to say you really love it, and that's fine. Again, it's probably when you're talking beers like this, it's in many cases it's just small, minute taste preferences, and for me, this doesn't carry the IPA profile and flavor that I personally dig, but I would still drink it again. I mean, I'm not saying it's horrible. It just isn't, you know, the one that really lights my world on fire. But anyway, this time to Beer Whisperer, I'm going to get the heck out of here. Show you that one more time. I'll show you my empty glass one last time. I'm going to get out of here. My wife's giving me some looks like she's trying to concentrate or something. I don't know, maybe she's constipated. I don't know. I can't tell. Sometimes it's hard to tell the looks. I'm getting the look again. That's a look that I need to shut up.